The view has changed quite a bit during this chore, but I now have 7 liters of filtered West Coast tannin water. I wasn't able to fix my normal filter, so I've been using my backpacking filter, which is the Sawyer Squeeze, and it is not as efficient as the pump one I had. So I will get a new filtration system next time I'm in a town that has them, but it's not a priority. And even though this took an hour to make 2 or 3 days worth of water, it's worth staying out here. So yeah, it's quite a chore, but you just don't rush. It filters at the rate it filters. You enjoy the view, you have some coffee, and it's just a nice, relaxing time. And it's definitely a lot better than going into town because my tanks are empty and finding somewhere to fill up or paying to fill up. So yeah, it's even amongst an uncommon way of life, it is an uncommon way of doing things, but yeah, it works for me. I enjoy the time filtering my water, and a lot of the time when I'm pumping water and filtering, I'm at the water source, and I just notice so many things going on in the aquatic environment that I otherwise wouldn't be aware of if I wasn't spending that time filtering water. Morning. I am at this incredible wreck site. There's no one else here. I can't believe I'm the only one here right now. I'm probably as far from any other human as you could get on this island. And there happens to be phone service. It is raining, which is fine. I'm having an inside cozy rainy day. I got in last night just before dark. I spent the day yesterday driving and finding Wi-Fi to upload a video. It's pretty rare out here, but I took screenshots of the coverage map before leaving town almost 2 weeks ago. So I found a little bit of Wi-Fi to upload, and I'm sitting there uploading, and I had multiple work vehicles stop to make sure I was okay, which was really kind. They were just concerned because I was out there. Because we're really, really out here. So it was really nice of them to stop and just check on me. And I enjoyed hearing how shocked they were just to see another human out here that wasn't working. So yeah, the weather is supposed to be pretty wet all weekend. It's raining lightly right now, but at some point it's supposed to come down really super hard. So I think we're just gonna chill here and just enjoy this nice, quiet setting and just have cozy time. Frank's here on his seat with me, and I'm sitting here in the front because 1, I make coffee right there, and 2, because it's where the service comes in. So I'm just watching a bit of YouTube actually while I enjoy my coffee, which is kind of a strange thing to do, being so removed from the rest of the world otherwise. It's It's always so nice not to dig a hole, but I always bring my own toilet paper in case, because you never know in these remote places. They're user maintained. There was some in there, but I'm sure that was just somebody else left it behind. So better safe than sorry. Always BYOTP. You're so cute, Frank. I love your little raincoat. Oh, you're so precious, Frank. It's a cozy day. Hey. It's been a slow day here. It's been really nice actually to have a cozy inside day, just listening to the rain, and the temperature is pretty mild, so I haven't put the heater on yet, but I know it's about to cool off, and the windows are all getting fogged, which is another thing that's really nice about having the heater, is that it keeps the windows clear to enjoy the view outside, which is very nice, of the ocean. And I just still can't believe that we're the only ones out here. Yeah, it's raining and it's really far from anywhere, but it's so nice. So I'm really just grateful for this time of solitude. Yeah, I intended just to stay one day here, just today, and then leave tomorrow, but I really don't think that will be happening. On days like this, I have a lot of tea. Right now I'm having fresh ginger tea, ginger lemon. The lemon though is actually Natural Calm, lemon Natural Calm, which is a magnesium supplement that I enjoy, and then fresh ginger. And this is my Frank mug. I rarely ever show it, but I'll put the link, or I'll put the artist here that did this for me. So yeah, really happy to have this. I'm running really low on fresh groceries. I just have some potato, onion, and cabbage, because they're all things that keep a really long time. It's been like 2 weeks almost since I've been in a grocery store, and those foods require me going outside to cook. So we're pretty much living off dried goods, which I'm fine with. I have lots of different ingredients I can make whatever with. So we'll see what I get up to tonight. Some sort of soup. I kind of want to have beans in it. So yeah, maybe I'll share that with you, because being able to cook tasty food from dried goods is an essential skill, in my opinion. Whether you live in a van or a boat or a tiny home, or you're a prepper, which like I won't deny I am, you end up with a lot of dried goods. So it's nice to be able to make good meals out of them, but also they are only good for so long. They do technically last decades for the most part, but they won't taste as good. So I prefer to have times where I kind of run out of fresh ingredients, spend a couple of weeks using up dried stored goods, and then I can replenish those stocks and just keep my dried goods on the fresher side of things. This stoop I made is so good. I started by boiling water and mostly cooking the pasta with a bunch of chili lime seasoning. And then I added a can of diced tomatoes and a bunch of nettles I had dried and nutritional yeast until the pasta was cooked and everything was hot. And then I took it off and I added a bunch of dried pinto bean flakes and let them soak in. Really nice. And everything is stored ingredients that you could have anywhere at any time. And this is all nettle I picked, and then I just slow dried in the van. Good morning, Frank. Yeah. Did you have a good sleep, buddy? That is fresh snow. Why? Why is there fresh snow over there? That's not supposed to be happening. Oh boy. Well, good morning. I'm just outstanding because it's not raining. I got up a few hours ago and it was really nice. It looked like it was going to be sunny. It was calm. There was a seal swimming about. I got all excited about setting up the solar and going for a paddle. And then I went in to make coffee and it just started raining a lot. So it stopped. So we're out. And we're just gonna see how the day goes. It's probably gonna rain a bunch more. It's probably gonna rain a bunch tomorrow. The forecast says mostly wet for the next 2 weeks with a few sunny periods. But it said that 2 weeks ago and I got quite a bit of nice weather, so not gonna get my hopes up, but hoping. Frank, are you outstanding as well? Yes, you are. You are outstanding, Frank. Outstanding. This is luxurious. Having a chair, something so simple. I actually have chairs. I just forgot them at my parents' house last time I was there. And I was like, oh, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's winter. Now I really wish I had a chair. And so, yeah, I got this plastic one over at that shack. It's quite nice. So I'm just going to enjoy this being here. It's so quiet. I really wish in this moment there was actually somebody here that would not talk to me, but just also enjoy this moment. We could just be quiet together and just share in this splendid scene of nature. I don't know. So we're playing this game today where we sit outside for about a half hour and then it starts raining. So we come inside for about 5 minutes while it rains, and then we go back outside and dry off that chair and enjoy sitting outside. That is an otter, and it just keeps swimming around here. Well, my potatoes are a little blackened because I got distracted collecting water from a puddle. And yes, I'm going to filter puddle water, and I'm also eating a meal consisting of entirely potatoes because I'm an adult and I live by myself and I can do whatever I want. And filtered puddle water is just as safe as any other filtered water. Probably safer than some, actually, depending on where you get it from, but not many people drive in here, so not too worried about the puddles. And as for the potatoes, they're delicious and nutritious, which people don't realize. Potatoes actually do have a lot of nutrients. Not a complete meal, but one meal of potatoes a day with some other stuff is pretty good diet in my books. But I put some nutritional yeast and balsamic reduction on, so. Frank here, being the very smart dog that he is, knows that if he follows the solar panel around, he'll have the best places to lay in the sun. Isn't that right, Frank? I guess our site didn't have very good sticks, eh, Frank? And by the way, I have absolutely no idea what the story with that is. Oh, we got another stick. This is a good walk so far, isn't it, Frank? We've made it 2 sites over, and you're on your second stick. That's what all this was about, eh? You just wanted to go for a walk to find sticks. That's fair. As long as you're having a good time, bud. And the third stick of our walk so far. This is not an efficient way to filter water, but it sure brings back memories. Yeah. On the PCT, I squeezed water like this for 5.5 months. I once again made dinner from dried, stored ingredients. Oh, I haven't tasted it yet. Let me taste it before I tell you it's good. Yeah, it's a little different than last night. I didn't use any tomatoes. This is a great meal not only because it uses all dried ingredients, but it also doesn't waste any of the water used to cook the pasta. So I've perfected over the years the art of using minimal water to cook pasta because it is a precious resource at times living this way. So there's really no, it's warm and tasty and filling. I'm so excited, and there's an otter out there just out my window in the ocean. It was here this morning hanging around. It's hanging around again. So cute when they're on their backs. I think it might be eating some shellfish by the sound of it. So we're having dinner together, which is nice. Good morning. I'm watching, there's the otter is back. And it's just floating on its back, and there's this seagull that keeps going right close to it. And then if the seagull like lifts off the water, the otter goes down, and it comes up, and then the seagull lands and then comes back to where the otter are, and they're just like, I don't know, hanging out together, or the seagull's bothering the otter. I just love that I can sit here in my van, like right after getting up, and just watch this this little scene unfolding. I'm just getting ready to get on the road, but I don't know if I want to drive in this storm. Oh boy. We got a break in the rain, so I got to get that up there. This guy just got up. Gonna have a pee-pee, Frank, before we hit the road? I recommend you do. Yeah, that's hail on the ground. I'm sorry. Hi, bud. It's time to go. Do you want to go to a lake? Do you want to go to a lake, buddy? Yeah, let's go to our next camp spot. Yeah. Here. Look at this. Was a good log, though. Up you go, bud. Up, up. Up, up, up. Nice. Go front. Go front. Nice. You're such a good van dog, Frank. I love you. Well, it's really hard to beat the beauty and just majesty of the exposed beaches and coastlines of Vancouver Island's west coast. But there's also lots of big inlets and sounds. Some of them go more than halfway across the island. So it was really nice to spend some kind of rainy, rain-sun days in a calmer environment, a quieter environment, just relaxing, getting a bit of chores done, and just enjoying a slow pace of life, hanging out at camp. So hopefully you enjoyed coming along for those days with us and learned something about cooking from primarily dried or canned ingredients. I actually keep months of dried/canned foods in my van. I haven't put it all in a pile and assessed it in quite a while, but I guess it's 4 or 5 months at least. And I just feel like that's a really good idea if I get broken down somewhere really remote, especially if that happens right before winter. I want to have enough food to be able to survive winter. Say I get snowed in and there's no getting my van out. I will be able to eat, and I might lose all my stored body fat, but I'll survive, and I'd be able to share with Frank. And I also keep a fishing rod on hand. Even though I don't eat fish, I do keep one on hand, as well as a pellet gun and a slingshot and things like that. So if I absolutely needed to survive, I would be able to make an attempt at finding other food. It's been a few years since I've gone fishing, but I used to really, really enjoy fishing. I've also been asked recently a couple times if I do any shellfish harvesting. I have a few times in the past, but it's pretty risky. The last notice I saw, everything in all the waters touching the island or southern coast was not safe for consumption. So that's a pretty bad idea. They are filter feeders, and the ocean is not as clean as we like to believe. I also think they're better left in place, cleaning the ocean because it needs it. And being offline for extended periods of time, it's pretty risky because I can't check current notice boards. So yeah, but it makes me feel a lot more secure having stored food on hand that I don't have to worry about. in case I can't get to the grocery store or something happens and you need to just stay put for a while, as I learned 2 years ago when I was in Nevada and the whole Panasonic went down and I parked in the desert for 50 days. I went 8 weeks without going to a grocery store and I was able to eat the entire time. So I feel it's better safe than sorry. It's better to be prepared. There was once a time when 80% of the food consumed on Vancouver Island was grown on Vancouver Island. And the last I heard was that if the island were cut off, there would be an average of 2 days worth of food left on the island between people's houses and the grocery stores. That obviously depends on the time of year because some people are pretty self-sufficient. Some people would do very well during farming season, or if they're smart and they've stored. But a lot of people do eat out for most of their meals. They don't know how to cook. They don't have much food in their house. And if something happens where they couldn't go to the grocery store or the grocery store was just empty, they would have a lot harder and more stressful time than I'm going to face having massive food stores and having the know-how to turn them into something really tasty, which is why I have an entire spice cabinet in my van and dried onion and dried garlic and all sorts of good stuff like that. So maybe when I'm back at my parents' sometime, if you're interested, I will do a dried food tour and tutorial. It's something I'm interested in sharing about, but it is a bit time consuming to dig it all out, but I have some other reasons. I might be emptying my van. We'll see in the future. Maybe I said too much, but yes. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that is a long ramble at the end of the video, but please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I really appreciate you watching. It keeps me from needing to rely on my food stores, and they can be there for backup for the most part, except when I'm out having fun like this, and then I just don't want to go to the grocery store and I have food. I don't have to worry about it. So yes, anyways, we'll see you soon. Bye. Well, thank you for watching all the way to the very tippy top of the end of the video. If you're looking for something else to watch, might I suggest this video, which actually has no talking whatsoever. It's just beautiful river sounds. Or this video, which I haven't selected yet, so I can't tell you anything about it, but it's going to be awesome. Bye.